Welcome everybody to the seasonal diet, eating what our ancestors ate when they ate it, like we were evolved to do. Welcome back to the final video of Leafy Green Week, the late spring and early summer, which is the best season for the leafy greens, of course depending on where you call home. Today we are speaking about collard greens. Pretty much the only place in the world where you will see a lot of this food is in the good old southern United States cooking, which is my favorite, but it is actually native to Europe, but it has a very long and interesting history, unlike all the other leafy greens I've covered this week. Collard greens have their origins in, we think, the eastern Mediterranean region, particularly the area that is now Greece and Turkey, and they were used in cooking by most civilizations around that region, just as the leafy greens we have covered earlier in the week. However, the difference is the other leafy greens throughout the ages spread into the north of Europe, as the north of Europe was colonized and traded with the Mediterranean. But collard greens, they spread south more into Africa through trade, and it was actually through Africa that collard greens was brought to the Americas along with the slave trade. Africans played a significant role in introducing collard greens and other leafy greens to the New World. I don't know about you guys, but I'm about as Northern European as it gets. But Southern US African cuisine, or even West African food, is my absolute favorite of all meals and traditional cooking in the world, and collard greens is a big part of that. Especially in the United States and the southern areas, collard greens for a very long time have been cooked with things like smoked meats, ham hocks, or bacon, or simmered for a long time to develop the flavor and tenderness, and in the soups and stews and all that. I love all that slow cooked big pot stuff, and collard greens might actually be my favorite leafy green. The specific timing of collard greens and their cultivation and peak season can vary depending on the climate and growing traditions. However, there are some general guidelines for collard greens that are a bit different from the other leafy greens in this aspect as well. Collard greens are commonly cultivated during the spring and fall seasons, like the other leafy greens, but they can also grow well in the winter if it's not too cold. But where it's different, collard greens are relatively hardy and can withstand some frost, which actually improves their flavor in areas where the other leafy greens might die. Also, collard greens are known for their tolerance to heat and can withstand much warmer temperatures compared with the other leafy greens. So this is what really makes them better suited than any of the other leafy greens to grow in the south of the US or even in Africa, where we can maybe call them native to. But like I said, we believe that they originated in the Mediterranean region, but there is far more history of it in the ancestral diets of Africans, especially sub-Saharan and Western Africa. So let me know, what do you guys think of it? Like I said, the southern cooking is perfect, that's my favorite, and collard greens are probably my favorite leafy green out of all of them. But let us know what you guys think, any local recipes, traditions, let us know in the comments.